What is good, you guys? It is Glasgow here back again, once again, with another video. Yeah, I know, still haven't figured out what kind of tutorial, not tutorial, opening I should make. But anyways, today we have a pretty interesting game back again with that OHKO team. I think I'll feature, this is the first time featuring this team on the channel. This is basically my Heatran team, which I adapted a little to make it actually more effective. I took out the bomb snow, put in a OHKO, because OHKO is actually better than a bomb snow just because of the speed. I'll figure out the team that utilizes a bomb snow perfectly, but let's see how this battle goes, because this is actually pretty interesting because my opponent does have that Heatran. I've got a few answers for Heatran, but OHKO and Bronzong aren't two of them. Sorry, excuse my voice there. And as you will see, my Tapu Fini would have been the answer. For his Heatran, but as you will see in just right about a second, it won't be. It won't be. You won't believe your eyes. Like 10 million fireflies. Yeah. Anyways, my opponent rocking that Gardevoir and Heatran, Heatran land racing Amoonguss, real nice core there. I really need to try that team out myself as well. Real nice. Anyways, so as I said, he leads Gardevoir and Heatran, I lead Bronzong and Tapu Fini. I had to lead Tapu Fini just in case he led Amoonguss to set up the spore on me, on my Bronzong. So yeah, basically the threat of Amoonguss is neutered right now because the Mr. Terrain is up. As I said, yeah, you won't believe your eyes, because what you are going to see right now is a Bloom Doom Heatran. A Bloom Doom Heatran. I repeat, a Bloom Doom Heatran. Can you imagine this? A Bloom Doom Heatran. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this. I thought it was strictly a singles thing, but apparently there are people running in the doubles. And it straight up knocks out my Tapu Fini because it has no special bulk whatsoever. I've only got max HP, max special attack, and so forth somewhere. And then he pulls off the Trick Room from his Gardevoir to my Trick Room. Like from the first turn, I was just flashed, man. Like I was thinking, how in the world am I coming back? How in the world am I coming back from this deficit? So yeah. The plan is to send in Rhydon, bait the Earth Power and Hyper Voice combination onto my Rhydon, because after this Rhydon I don't have any answers to this Heatran. So yeah, so gonna bait it, and before I set up the Trick Room, I was like, before I set up the Trick Room, I'm going to make sure he won't be able to reverse the Trick Room anymore on me. So that's why I decided to Gyro Ball the Gardevoir instead of using Trick Room on here. Yeah. That's a clean knockout onto that Gardevoir. I don't know how much percent it would do normally, but yeah. Anyways, so here it brings in his Amoonguss, and I'm like, damn, I really have to bring in my Torkoal here, because otherwise I'm going to lose my Rhydon to this Amoonguss Giga Drain. So yeah, but I also see this as a free opportunity to set up finally my Trick Room. And he luckily he switches out his Heatran into the Landers, probably expecting a probably, but he is expecting a Drill Run onto his Heatran. Unfortunately, I kind of waste my C Trick Room right here, my Zykium Z, because it wasn't really necessary, because he switched out his Heatran. Now I have to switch out my Bronzong because the Heatran is obviously coming back in, right? So I kind of waste my accuracy boost here, but that doesn't really bother me none, because I can just erupt here, bring in my Heatran, and I'm in a phenomenal position to win this game right now. From this early 4-3 deficit, I kind of recovered back by switching around my mons a little, and him switching out his Heatran. In my opinion, well, there always was a threat of me staying in with my Rhydon and knocking out his Heatran, and his Heatran definitely was the winning condition, but the Heatran needed to be outside of the Trick Room to win this game, basically. Anyways, so here the eruption for, I don't know, doesn't knock out the Landorus, and now in the second hit it will knock it out. And he protects his Heatran, last ditch effort to prolong the game, but his demise is certain. There is no way he can win this game anymore. He probably thought that maybe if I run Earthquake I would damage my own Torkoal, but no, I am running Drill Run. Anyways, the last eruption, the third eruption in this game, will fall down on this Amoonguss, knock it out in one hit. Thankfully Torkoal is slower than Amoonguss, I really appreciate that Torkoal. And the Drill Run is thankfully going to hit the Heatran. And that will be the game. And I'm not the Flaming Spade. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Anyways, that was such an intense game, man. From the first turn, I thought I could not recover that. I thought I could not recover from the first turn that played out. I was so amazed by just how he or she played it, using that Bloom Doom to knock out my Tapu Fini and then reversing Trick Room. I thought, okay, that's it, I'm losing my points right here. But luckily I was somehow able to regain the momentum and come back by switching around a little my mons and doing stuff, yeah. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the game as much as I did, because I certainly did. I hope I'll see you next time. Have a nice day. Goodbye. My name is Gliscor.